Hello everyone, you're welcome back to this channel. What I have today is how I made this beautiful, is how to make this beautiful dress. In this video, I'll be taking you through step by step on how you can achieve this dress. It's easy, all you need to do is just to take your time and watch this video as I give it out step by step. So, thanks for watching. So you're welcome back. Now as you can see right there, this fabric is folded into four pieces. One, two, then three ends. Now, if you are interested in how to cut your visible leg pattern, I have a video on how to draft your visible pattern. But notwithstanding, I will be drafting it part where I will exactly directly close now. So let's go. Now I have the bust for this fabric for this tutorial to be 35 inches. So you are going to use the biggest part of the bust to draw out the width of the fabric. And I will use the bust or the hip. Either use the hip if it is somebody that is busty. At times you have the bust even bigger than the hip. So it depends on the one that is bigger, that is the biggest. So in this case, I use the hip, and the hip is 35 inches. So now here, I will be using the length. The length for this is 14 inches, but I've added some inches to it for my hemming and all that. So I have here a total of 15.5 inches, but I will be making use of 15 inches, which means that it's only 1 inch I'll be using for the hemming. So right now, so the next thing I'm going to do right now is to start the business from. So I'll be working with, I'll be marking the, now lest I forget, here you can see this part is a bit wider or longer than this. The reason is that this one I've made it to be the zipper allowance. So it's just like 1 inch for the zipper allowance. And that is why I have it like this. So the first thing I'm going to do is to mark my shoulder line. The shoulder for this is 14 inches. Right second one here, so I measure 7 inches. So from there, I'm going to measure. I'm going to come down by 3/4 of an inch as my shoulders go. So I go back to the neckline. So I'll be making use of a width 3 inches. The neckline. So for the belly, then it will be going back there. I'll be making use of 1 inch for the back there. So I'll also come here. I mark 1 inch. So I'm going to create a curve right here. So that is the depth of my back leg. So from this point now, I'm going to connect to this shoulder slope. just 1 inch or even 3/4 of an inch. So I'll be marking 3/4 of an inch is okay by me. So I'm going to mark it right here. So you could make your own one. It actually depends on how wide you want it yours to be. But for me, it's okay like that. So from there, I'm going to connect the line from that waistline to the neckline like this. Can you see? So I'm going to make a straight line from there and make a straight line from there. After making a straight line from there like I'm doing right now, so I will now cut this off. Can you see? So I'm going to cut it off right now. Can you see? So here is my front. So this is how it's going to be. It's in V shape. This is how it's going to be. So this is how it's going to be. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to cut the lining because it's going to have a facing. So I'm going to cut the facing for this, and also for the back piece. So this is the back piece, and I said I'm going to remove some little, like 1 inch from the back, from the center back, just to eliminate some bulge at the end of this tutorial. So from this I'm going to measure 1 inch right here, or 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to measure, so I measure like 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to connect. Can you see the way I'm connecting? Can you see? So I'm going to connect like this. Can you see? Just from here to here. So I'm going to cut this off. So right now I can now place this one on my facing and use it to cut it out, just like I did for the front. So as you can see right here, I've cut it, I've cut the facing for the back piece. Now for the dart of the back piece, so right now here is the leg. So from this point I'm going to measure 7 inches upwards because it's different from that of the front. So I'm going to measure 7 inches downwards. Okay, can you see? So right now I'm going to, from the leg, I'm going to measure 0.5 of half an inch on the leg, on both sides, half an inch. So I'm going to connect to this point. So this will be the dart of the back piece. You see, then on the second side, I will also measure, I will also mark, make a dart right there too. So this is going to be the dart for the back. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to seal the main fabric separately. So I'm going to seal this to the front piece. So this is the back, why this is the front. So I'm going to sew the front piece to the back piece, that is the main fabric. Here is it, right side to right side. So I'm going to sew this 0.5 downward for the width. I sew it to the neckline, and I also do the same thing to the other one. So I will do the same thing to the other piece. Now, as you can see right here, I've sealed the shoulder line, the two shoulder line. Can you see? So, and I went to indicate where my zipper is going to sit, and I measure 1 inch. Can you see? I've notched it just to give me the sign. 1 inch. This is my zipper seat. So right now I'm going to insert, to cut the length of my collar. Now I'm going to, from this end place where I've just notched for the zipper, so it is from that point I'm going to measure. From this point I'm going to measure like this downwards. So right now I'm going to measure, and exactly what I have here should be what I should have here. So right now I'm going to measure like so. So you can see how I place it so that I can have an accurate figure for the length I'm going to cut for this collar. Can you see? So I have it. So I have 18.5 inches right here. 18.5 inches times 2 times 2. So it's going to give me 37 inches. So I'm going to measure like 38 or 38.5. So that is going to cover the whole length. And here is it. I've already cut it out because this one is a very soft texture, and that is why the width here, which I will be using, I have like 2 inches right here, 2 inches right here, because I will use half inch to hold it here and another half inch to fold it, to hold it together in the middle. So I will be left, at the end of the day, I will be left with like 1 inch or thereabout. So right now, what I did was to measure the width of 8 inches, and I folded it into two. So eventually I have what I have here, like 2 inches. So if yours is a very thick one, you don't need to go to that point, to that extent of width, which I did for mine. You are going to use like just 4 inches divided by 2. By the time you fold it, then it will be 2 inches. So right now from here, this is what I will be using to attach. So I'm going to, before I do that, I'm going to close this up. So I'm going to stitch this first, that is the center back. I'm going to stitch it first so that it will be closed. Now the zipper is going to start from somewhere here downwards. So I'm going to close this down to the base of the waist. Now as you can see right here, I've attached the front piece to the back piece, and I've also went um to stitch the darts. I've also completed the dart both on the back side and on the front side, as you can see right here. So the next thing I'm going to do right now, I said I'm going to close this. So my zipper started from here, like you can see I've run a zip downwards. So the next thing now is just to insert my collar, is to fix my collar. So I'm going to start from the down part here. So from the down part, I'm going to run a stitch straight to the neckline, the back piece, like this. I run a stitch like this till I get back to this other side. That's just the next thing I will be doing right now. So as you can see right now, I've sewn it round the neckline from the down part up to this side. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to close it to some extent. Unless you want to use a tool, then you can close it not to the extent I'm about to close it. So that's the next thing I'm going to do right now. So I'm going to go ahead right now. I place it like this. From the down part here, I'm going to run a stitch like 1 centimeter. So from this point, I'm going to run a stitch of 8 inches length. So I'm going to stop here. I mark from here. I'm going to stop 8 inches here. So I'm going to mark it. So that is the next thing I'll be doing right now. So as you can see right here, I've stitched it up to the point where I want it to reach. Like I said the other time, I said if you are to use a tool, then you must make it a bit lower. Bring it down. You stop your closing here, not here. So the next thing lest I forget, I had to slant this. I had to slant it. I forgot initially. So I slanted it, and that is why you can see it giving me V shape. So the next thing now is to attach the down part to it. I will seal it with 0.5 or 0.7. That is the next thing I'm going to do right now. Now as you can see right here, I've attached the down part to the upper part here. This is the line. So the next thing right now is to fix the sleeve and to sew it, to close it finally, and also hem the down part. Then our dress is ready. Then after that, I'm going to go ahead, the lining, I'm going to sew the lining to this part here. So I will be right back. All right, I've come to the conclusion of this tutorial. Can you see this dress? So lovely and neat. Here is the sleeve, and at the wrist here, I insert elastic so that it will be free by the time the owner wears it. Can you see? So neat and beautiful and unique. And I also went down to hem the down part. Can you see how neat it is? So I want to believe that you have really found this tutorial helpful. If you have found it helpful, kindly click on the liking button, or you give it a big thumbs up. And if you're watching this video for the very first time, here is an opportunity for you to click on the subscribe button below. Just click on that subscribe button below, and you hit on the notification bell so that you can have access to my video. And also always put on your notification bell so that you can have access to any new video I release. Thank you very, very much. So feel free to drop your question if you have any question regarding this tutorial, and you also drop your comments if you have any comment regarding it. So from here, I call it a day. So bye for now.